Hi, I'm Frankie. I'm a certified financial planner and I'm also a certified marriage coach. My mission is to help young families build their marriage and their wealth together as a team because I believe the true wealth is having both of these together, not just now, but even in your retirement. So, today I'm going to talk about how to take stock of your financial health, where to start, what to do. If you have no clue how to do my financial planning, what should I first do? I'll take you through an exercise in an Excel sheet where you can quickly take a stock of your wealth. And from there on, you can build on that data. So, this is the Excel sheet which you can download from the comments section. This is the Excel sheet that you can use to enter your data. So, what are some of the important things that we need to enter here? Number one, you should take a stock of all your assets, all your investments. For example, you have some property, flats, or you have mutual funds, stocks, fixed deposits, or any other investments where you can enter your purchase date, maturity date. It's up to you. But what is most important is entering here, for example, 50 lakhs, you have a flat, then you have mutual funds, for example, 10 lakhs of mutual funds, stocks, maybe 2 lakhs, and a fixed deposit probably of 5 lakhs. The total here is 67 lakhs. So these are your investments. We also call them as assets. Now let's take a look at the liabilities. Liabilities are all the loans that you've taken. For example, you have a home loan. The outstanding home loan could be 40 lakhs, and you may have taken a car loan for 5 lakhs, a personal loan if you have taken, or gold loan, credit card loan, overdraft, or any other loans. So here you have a loan of 45 lakhs. So now what is your net worth? Your net worth is basically 67 lakhs minus 45 lakhs. So this is your net worth, which means or how wealthy you are. And if you had to repay all your loans using your assets, what is the net assets that you will have? That is exactly 22 lakhs. In a way, this is good that it is positive. There are times when people have lesser assets and more liabilities, which is a very dangerous zone to be into, right? Once you have entered your assets and your liabilities, now you can enter your insurances. For example, you have a term insurance of probably 50 lakhs. You can enter here. Then a health insurance of maybe 5 lakhs. And invariably, there are our friends or our relatives who will sell us some policies. In the yesteryears, they were LIC policies. For example, I had an LIC money back policy. I also had an I also had a Max Bupa whole life policy. So we should enter all those things here. Let's take it as 5 lakhs and Max Bupa probably at 20 lakhs. So enter all these things in here to see what is the death benefit that you get. You may also want to write your premium. For example, if you're 15,000, you can enter here health insurance, probably 20,000, and money back policy, probably 25,000. per annum, and max Bupa whole life policy probably 30,000 per annum. So what you're doing is you are entering all this data so that it gives you at one go what is your premium, what is your maturity date, and what are your death benefits. Now, one way, why is it that we enter all these insurances? Insurance is part of the risk planning. I'll talk more about risk planning and investment planning in my upcoming videos. But here, the idea is to take a stock of your assets, your liabilities, and your insurances. Now, if you look at this data for a financial advisor like me, the way when I look at this data, this tells me that you have investments which are growing at a certain rate. For example, your property may be growing at 7%, mutual funds may be growing at 15%, stocks may be growing at 15%, fixed deposit may be growing at 6%. As a financial planner, when I look at this, this tells me how your wealth is growing. It also tells me what is the percentage of your wealth assigned to certain asset classes. For example, real estate is an asset class. Mutual funds, equity funds are an asset class. Fixed deposit are an asset class. Looking at this, you can understand how is your portfolio performing. And then we look at your loans. Probably there's an interest rate of 9%. And your auto loan probably at 12%. And if you've taken personal loans or whatever, if you enter that data here, this will give you a good picture of what are your liabilities and at what interest rate. A lot of times it so happens that the interest rate on your assets will be much less compared to your loans. That indicates that the outflow is more than what you are earning. And there is an imbalance. So you must look at these two. Ideally, this should be more than this. Otherwise, probably it makes sense to use this, some of this to repay your loans so that your outflow will be less than your inflow. All the time, your assets should keep growing compared to your liabilities. If your liabilities are huge and there's a huge outflow, it will affect your investments. Your wealth building will slow down because of your loans. So very important that you enter your data and look at it this way. Then finally, you look at this insurance bucket. Now, insurance, again, it is important as a protection of life, protection of assets, but you must only have a term insurance and a health insurance. All other insurances are of no use. They are again like the loans, they slow down your wealth building journey. What builds wealth is this. This is where your interest rates should be high, and this is where the value should keep growing. This should come down, and in terms of insurance, only you need term and health insurance. The rest should not be in your portfolio. Then comes the emergency fund. This is where you need to have at least 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. Emergency funds are basically to spend on emergencies. For example, you lose a job. What do? You need money for your monthly expenses. What happens if you have a major house repair and you have to spend a few lakhs? Where will you get it from? Or else you have to make some urgent travel, some trips and take some flights. What do? You need money. And if you do not have emergency fund, you'll obviously swipe your card or you'll take a loan. And even if you swipe your card, you do not have money, that becomes a loan, right? And when you do not have emergency funds, this becomes heavy. More or heavier the loans, heavier your loan bucket, slower will be your wealth building. So what you should do here is ensure that you have enough emergency fund. And then comes your annual budget, your living expenses, which means your groceries, your AMIs, your school fees, and all very important necessary expenses will come in as living expenses. And then the lifestyle expenses, for example, your clothes, your shoes, or when you eat out or you Swiggy or whatever, those are all the lifestyle expenses. And then you have to find out what are your potential current savings. Now, when you put your budget here, for example, your living expenses are, let's take it as 10 lakhs. Let's take it as 7 lakhs. And your living expenses as 2 lakhs, right? And here you can add your annual income. For example, your annual income is 12 lakhs. So your potential savings are 12 lakhs minus 7 lakhs minus 2 lakhs. So your potential savings are 3 lakhs. But then are you really saving 3 lakhs? This is a question you need to ask yourself. And if you see that you're not saving, but you're probably saving only 1 lakh, so you've not accounted in your budget. So potentially you can save 3 lakhs. That means you can grow your savings by another 2 lakhs. Finally, you can also enter your annual budget that could be in retirement years, which excludes school fees, home loan, EMI, and other expenses you won't have in retirement. This is where you can enter here. Probably it is 5 lakhs, right? This will help you to determine what should be your retirement corpus. And to know about your retirement corpus, how to calculate it, you can watch my other video on retirement fund planning, DIY. You watch that, you will get an exact number that you will require after retirement. Plus, you can all add the financial goals. For example, your retirement goals, children education, children marriage, maybe home, or whatever. All the goals you can mention here and what are the values today. If you want to find out what will be the value of these financial goals and how to also reach those goals, you can watch my other video on common financial goals, where you can enter all that data and it will actually tell you how much will be the future value and how much you need to save today. And if you have some additional goals, you can enter them here. Entering all this data here will help you take a stock of your finances. This is more or less a financial health checkup. This will give you an idea about where you are. And from here on, you can make those changes. For example, you can actually increase your savings here. You can increase your investments in that manner. You can increase your investments and also you can reduce your loans and you can remove all the unnecessary insurance policies. So this is how you can assess your financial situation. I hope you have learned how to assess your financial situation. I'll have more and more videos on how to grow your wealth, how to take care of how to get rid of your loans, how to ensure that you have the right insurances, how to increase your savings, where to invest. Keep watching. If you like this video, you can give a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. And I'll keep getting you more and more content on how to manage your money and how to grow your marriage. Thank you.